What I'm about to show you isn't just an AI tool, it's an entire content factory. So what if you can take one idea and turn it into an entire month of social media content in just under 10 minutes? And that's exactly what I'm going to show you how to do today using the power of Freepik's new feature called Spaces. I recently launched something called Thumbnails A platform where you can generate AI thumbnails for your videos in many different styles, including your own. And I want to create content for Thumbnails A in different languages to promote it across the world. And you have two options of doing this. You can do it manually and you can use the automated way I'm going to show you in this video. So let's do a time comparison. So I have this little advertisement here, your face, your brand, Thumbnails A, and it goes into a little blurb. I want to translate this so I can actually share this around on my social platforms. So we're going to start on Gemini and we're going to start a timer just so you can see how long this will take. Give me a list of the top 20 spoken languages across Europe, and we will hit go, and it's going to return a list for us. And we're going to see here we have our list. So we're going to start with Russian and then we'll go to German. So we're going to start a new chat. We're going to hit create an image. I'm going to take my image. I'm going to drag it over. I'm going to put in this prompt here. I already have it just to save a little bit of time, but you're going to notice how long this takes. So we're going to say Russian and we're going to hit submit. And now we are converting our first image over, and it's going to load Banana 2 and it's going to start converting the image. You're going to see here we're at 45 seconds, and this is me like being prepared, going through everything to go as fast as humanly possible. And we are still working on our first image. And here we go. We have our first one done, and now we can continue on to the next one. So let's just type German here. And at some point, I'm probably going to have to go back to Gemini and look at the list. I'm going to have to reference back and forth, and this will take a while to do. So as you can see, that took roughly 5 minutes to complete the entire task. And if you care about quality, half of them are not even usable. And the reason why is it goes off screen. And it's not Banana making the problem. It's because I didn't start a brand new chat. So I'm going to copy this text over here. I'm just going to show you what I mean. We're going to paste the same exact prompt. We're going to drag our image over and we're going to toggle create image and we're going to have it go. And you're going to see it's actually going to do it properly this time. So despite me being completely prepared, adding the text, going through the list and everything, truthfully, this entire task would take much longer because I'd have to create a new chat each and every time, drag over the uploaded image, and you can see this one looks a lot better than the one we had prior. So you can see what I'm saying. The entire task to do just 10 languages would take at least 5 minutes manually, truthfully, probably closer to 8 minutes. And I'm going to show you how you can do that much quicker, but then you can actually scale what I'm going to show you out to create tons of content for social media really quickly. And before I continue, I want to remind you to subscribe. I cover AI on a daily basis. As I mentioned prior, today's tool is called Freepik, and we're going to use something called Spaces. So we're going to click that. We're going to hit create a new space. Let's reset our timer and let's get going. So we're going to hit play. First, we're going to add a node and we're going to add an assistant. And the assistant is going to return information for us. So create a list of the top 20 European languages. And if you notice, we can export as text or export as a list. So not only will I do this task quicker, but I'm going to try to explain it as I go as well. So the AI is going to start thinking, and you can see at the top here, we can actually rename this to whatever we want, but we can see it's starting to go. Now let's take our thumbnail and we're going to drag it over to the space. And here is our thumbnail itself. And we're going to also right click and we're going to add an image generator. And now for our image generator, we can attach two different things to it. So we can take our list and you can see our list here. I'm actually going to rename this to language list, just so it is clean. We know exactly what it is. And I can take the text and I can add the text to our image generator so it knows exactly what it is. We can add our image to the image generator so it knows exactly what it is. Let's zoom in here. And because it has the text and the image, we can describe exactly what we want it to do. So you can see here, we can say, hey, take creation number 1 and keep the text thumbnails A exactly the same. Translate the rest into language list. So it's going to take the item from our list and translate it over. And to be clear, this is going to you 20 languages, not just 10. So it's going to output it a lot quicker. Also, creation 1 is this here, so we could rename it if we want, but let me get it going because we want to generate this out. Also, we have aspect ratio, so we can decide exactly where we want this to be posted to. So do we want this to be on Instagram or something else? We can make that decision as well. So for now, let's just make it a YouTube style like image, and let's hit run, and it's going to use 100 credits to make this happen. And you're going to see it is going to start generating on our space. I'm not exactly sure, but it doesn't like the Russian language. But other than that, you can see the list of all the different thumbnails that it created, and we can expand and open a preview of any individual one so we can see what it looks like, and we can see it's translated. We can download the thumbnail in the top right, or we can exit back and we can change this into a list view, and you can see all the different thumbnails that we just created. We also have the ability to click fill thumbnail, so it's going to like make the appearance bigger, and we can also hit download, and now downloaded all of them as a zip file that is now on my computer, which you can see here. And I did not stop the timer. We are at like 5 minutes and 30 seconds, but you notice I did literally double the amount in the same amount of time as doing it manually. And that is just one simple example. Now imagine being able to use this concept, this idea, but with scaling, and you can scale all sorts of different content creation. So this time around, I have this space here that I've been working on. So you're going to notice that spaces are extremely powerful because you can do a lot with them. So it can do a lot more than what I just showed you. So first we can generate Dana holding a phone, for example, and we can click here and we can hit run, and it's going to say, hey, it's going to use X number of credits. We can decide the size. Once again, we have all of these different options. So let's keep it 16 by 9, and we're going to hit run, and it's going to use 5 credits. And we can say, okay, let's just run this, and we're going to see what it looks like. So it's going to take our AI Dana, and she's going to be holding a phone, and you're going to see it be able to generate that. Now we have our image of AI Dana holding her phone. You can see it matches. It looks good. We're going to take our generated image output, and we're going to connect that as a reference image. And now we can actually say, hey, image 1 generator, which is this one here, or we can call it like Dana holding phone. And you might want to do this just to keep things referenced and easy to remember rather than just like generic names. So we can just update this here, and we can say she's taking a selfie with the phone. And again, let's make sure that the size all matches properly. And I made a mistake there. And now we can hit play, and it's going to create this image for us. And in the meantime, we also updated the name to Dana taking a selfie. So now we can see here is our original Dana, and here she is showing you that she indeed took a selfie with her phone. We can move on here to our first video generation, and if you notice, we are able to connect our first frame here. If I change the hand to the select tool, you can actually see we have a start image that we can add. We can also add an end image. There is also options for reference photos and text if you want. So if we want to add like the reference of Dana, we can do that as well. But we're basically going to go from our start image, her holding the phone, to her taking a selfie with a phone. And once again, we can make adjustments to how we want this to look. So we have our aspect ratio. We can choose the exact model we want to use. And you can see you have access to every single model you can think of. So there is a large list of different ones that you can just quickly pick from. And they all work and look good. We can choose the duration. You can go all the way up to 12 seconds. Let's just stick with light for now, and let's just hit go, and let's see what it's able to come back with. So now we can see we have our first video done, and this is what it looks like. We have Dana. She flips around her phone, and it is literally on the mode for her to take a selfie of her own face. And we can now move on, and we can generate our next image that we want to use. And I'm going to run this as well. And keep in mind, I can run the entire process, everything I made, or I can run it step by step. And just for testing, I'm going to do it step by step. And then at the end, I'm going to show you how you can actually use this to mass generate different pieces of content really quickly. So just like before, we have a reference end photo, and this is the thumbnails a landing page image, and we have a start image, which is her like the last frame that we are using. So when we drag this over, it's like the end image of our frame, and we're able to use that with our video generation. And now we can see what our video looks like, and it is her flipping to thumbnails A, and that's basically what our video is looking like so far. So now I have uploaded 4 different images here, and that was just as simple as right-clicking. You can add an image, you can upload it, you can do all sorts of different things here. You can see that as we scroll down, you have the ability to create lists, you can do image upscaling, all sorts sorts of different things, and everything is super easy to like add and connect. So I uploaded 4 images, and then I created a list called thumbnails, and you can see our thumbnail list is here, and we have our 4 images. And now if we scroll down, we have this new video generation, and I'm going to show you how to connect this all and like do the naming and everything. So we have our images here, and each image is going to be used, and we can use it as a end image. So we have our end image here, and we still need our starting image. So we're going to come back, and I just realized my timer is still up. But anyway, we're going to come back here, and we're going to use this one, and we can use the end image from this, and we can say, okay, let's drag this over, and we're going to use the end image as the start image, because we want the end of the last one to be the start of the new one. And now we can say the video generator to end image transforms into the thumbnail that we have uploaded. And now we can hit run, and this is going to run in queue, and this is going to generate a batch of our little videos that we've created. So if you notice, this is our entire workflow that we created here, and it is relatively simple as you break it down, but at the end of it all, you're going to be able to get a nice, like, consistent theme where the start of every video is the same. It's her flipping over the phone, she takes a selfie, she goes on the website, and here's all the different thumbnails that it created for her, and the end result, the end thumbnail that she's looking at will be different for each video. So we have like a nice consistent layout throughout all our videos for our branding, for our content creation. And while we're waiting for that to finish, let's use something called the video combiner. So we can click that, and now we can combine our different videos together to like create our finalized video that we want to use for our social media. And keep in mind, I opted to do a video. This works extremely well if you're doing images. So let's start over here. This is where she has her phone. She flips it around. So we're going to select this one here, and we're going to take the generated video this time around. And if you notice, it's really simple. It just doesn't matter. It's just clicking whatever you want, and we're going to put our video import. And this is our first one here, and we're going to do the same over and over again for our other videos. So there's the first one. Here is the second one. It links over. And again, we can have our options. We can pick our different things, and they also have keyboard shortcuts. So like you don't have to do it manually the way I'm doing it, but let's take our generated video. We're going to move it over, and we're going to add it to our video input. And you can see the video input is like keep adding on. On our little board here, we can actually open as a preview, but we can also add to a board. So we can take this connection piece here, and we can say, okay, I want to connect this entire video here, the video, to our image combiner over here. So now we have an entire little combined video, and we can say, hey, convert this video over, and you're going to see we will have a nice cohesive video that came together pretty quickly. And here's what it looks like. So we have our little video here, AI Dana. She takes a selfie. It turns into the website in just a second. Here she is, and she's using that, and poof, just like that, it becomes her OMG $50 thumbnail, and the thumbnail is animated. So we have our first one that has been created, and it is that quick, that easy to do. And we can go through and we can create more of these really quickly by just using the connection points and the different thumbnails that we were able to create. And check this out as well. If you like any of the nodes that you have, you can literally just hit copy and paste, and now we can make adjustments to it. So we have like a same, very similar output, but it is slightly different. Now with my reusable workflow, I am able to generate all of the different videos you see beside me really quickly in just like mere seconds, because I have an entire workflow that just generates content. Now you understand how simple it is. I want to talk about real life use cases. So maybe you want to do a global ad, but you can localize all the content for your ad depending on the area and location. You can do this really quickly, and you can scale up to literally any country. Or maybe you're running an e-commerce store. You can now have your one t-shirt on 20 different models. A food restaurant chain might want a video of their new burger, but they want it in different sizes, one for YouTube, one for Instagram, and maybe one for TikTok. You can do it all on one platform by just dragging and dropping all the different nodes for different output sizes, and then it's a matter of just clicking play, and it will generate all the output for you. You can use it to create content for you, similar to how I showed you before, but this time around, I'm going to make it to create tips that I can share every single day out to my social media followers. And just like before, we're going to export it as a list, and we're going to say, hey, create a list of 30 different tips of the day based off prompting. So it's going to create a list for us that we can use to generate our image. Next, we're going to right click, we're going to hit upload, and we're going to add our brand thumbnail over here, and we can just rename this to thumbnail if we want, if I can spell it correctly, of course. And now we have a list on how we can give like tips for prompting. Now it's a matter of creating an image over here. So we're going to right click, and we're going to go back over here to all image generator, and we can now connect our image over here as a reference photo. We're going to connect the text over here as a reference. We're going to change the aspect ratio this time around. So maybe we want to post this on Instagram using the @thumbnail logo and the brand colors, create a prompting tip of the day using the list. And it's going to create 30 of them for us automatically. You can see within our list, we have all the different images that it was able to create, and they look slightly different, but they all share the same theme colors. And if I wanted, I could have uploaded an exact template. I could have said, use this template, only change the text with the new tip that I gave you or based off that was generated for me. And just like that, I have content for every single day of the month based off prompt engineering. And I could have went more in detail. I would have had like a really consistent branding, and I could have shared this on my social media channels. Needless to say, Freepik is an extremely powerful tool, and really the options are endless depending on how you use it. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. How do you plan to use Freepik? Is there any like use cases that come to mind where like, hey, this would be really cool if you can do this? And that could be literally an endless list of things. If you guys enjoy AI content, don't forget to subscribe because I cover AI on a daily basis, so you can stay up to date with the latest and greatest that is out there. And AI is changing so quick, so it's free. Click the subscribe button. Don't forget to like the video. Tell the algorithm you enjoy this type of content and you want to see more of it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with another AI video.
Right there, AI tools, AI news, AI prompts you can use. It's all for free, just come and see at FranklinAI.com where you're meant to be.